Welcome to this full body Pilates workout using a yoga block. You're going to move with exercises for balance, for strength, extra connection, and extra stretch as well, all because we're going to use a yoga block or two. Hi, my name is Beth and welcome to Trifecta Pilates. The first portion of this class will be doing some standing balance work. If balance is challenging for you, I want you to take your yoga block near your wall so you can use your hands for extra support. We'll pretty much just be using one yoga block. If you have two, have the second one handy nearby for when we go into lunge position. If you don't have two yoga blocks, it's no problem. You can always put your hands on your mat instead, and I'll let you know when to do that. If you're ready to get started, grab your yoga block and join me on the mat. Let's go ahead and begin standing, and we're going to do a test. So you can flip your block the long way and see how that feels for the feet, the leg alignment. For me, it tends to feel a little bit wide, but if this feels perfect for you, keep it there. Then you can flip your block the opposite way. So short block edge, and then take your feet against it. So this is more comfortable for me. You may be similar to me, you may be opposite. So just stay true to what feels nice for you. Now lift your toes up and spread your toes wide, and then press your toes down into the floor. So we're just warming up the toes, the feet a little bit. Press the toes down. We ignore them so often. One more time. Very nice. Now keep your toes spreading wide and bend the knees. Legs go straight. Bend the legs and straight. Keep rooted down through the heels. This is just the very first phase of the class. So we're warming up a little bit. First with toes, now with ankles and knees. Legs parallel. So you may want to look down at your legs. Make sure the knees are not coming in towards one another. They're parallel like on railroad tracks. They don't cross. Two more times. 2, 1. Now keep your legs straight and bring the block with you as you lift the heels up, lower down, lift up and down. So you have to gently cup in on the block as you lift heels and lower. Maybe this one's a little more challenging, but we're working alignment of the ankles now. So beneficial for balance. Let's do 2 more times. 2 and 1. Very nice. Now we're going to take one foot on top of the block. And this is where if balance is challenging, be near a wall. Straighten the leg and flex the opposite foot. We're going to glide in the pelvis or hips here. One leg glides down and then pull it up. So the level of our pelvis is tipping. It's not staying level right now. It's dipping down, then going opposite. And don't try to force it. Doesn't matter if your foot reaches the floor. Your toes can always tap down for a little extra balance. Just go more for a sensation. This gliding motion feels hopefully really comfortable. Nothing feels harsh in the body right now. One last time. Very nice. Now we're going to keep the pelvis level and bend your knee and straight. So the foot that's in the block, bend that leg and straight. Your opposite foot may reach the floor, it may not. I don't care so much. Again, it's more, can you keep pelvis level? You may need to tap down with that foot for balance check. That's okay. 2 more times. 2. Now keep legs straight and open, close, open, close. The leg that you're standing on, the non-moving leg, the foot and the leg is working a lot. Really pull up out of the block as you're moving the opposite leg. Breathing. 2 more times. Very nice. Now let your legs swing front and back. Stay true to pelvis, low spine, staying really still. So no movement in the lower spine or abdomen. You may need to go smaller range of motion. Again, opposite leg, doing quite a bit of work here. One last time. Very nice. Switch out your sides. So opposite foot on the block. Find that up position. And then glide through the pelvis. Just find that glide. Take your time with these standing exercises. We don't want to move too quickly. It's more about awareness. We're asking the body maybe to do things that we typically don't do in a Pilates session. So this is a really valuable experience. Let's not rush it. One last time. Keep the pelvis level, bend and straight. Bend and straight. You can make any little adjustments. I'm going to adjust my foot slightly on the block. Breathing as you continue, bend and straight. The foot may tap down on the floor. Doesn't have to though. Pelvis staying still. Now keep legs straight and open and close. Open, close. If we open the leg too quickly, try to go too wide, it's going to throw you off center. So really stay in alignment, move slowly. If you keep your pelvis still, the leg has a somewhat limited range of motion, and that's okay. It's just the mechanics of the body. We honor those, always. Next time, leg comes in, you find that front and back. We're not maybe lifting the leg as high as we could to the front, but we're trying to get that back range of motion without the low spine bending or arching more. Keep breathing. After this one, we come off the block. 2, 1. Very nice. Come off the block. And if you have 2 blocks, this is where you're going to find them. If not, put your hands down on the floor. Come into a long lunge position. So if you have the blocks, both hands can be on the blocks. Find the level of support that feels best for you. I'm going to go second level. Take some breath in your long lunge. And again, if you're not using the blocks, your fingertips can come down. So if you only have 1 block, you may just want your fingertips on the floor here. In your next breath, take your front leg to straighter. And keep the leg there. Again, hold for a few breaths. Feel the crown of your head reach further forward. Maybe draw the shoulder blades together a little bit more. Your next breath, bend front thigh. Front leg joins back leg, plank, and switch sides. So find your lunge position. You can adjust the blocks or fingertips. Feel crown of the head reach forward. Your next breath, front leg goes straighter. After this, we'll get into the bulk of the class. Keep breathing in and out. Nice stretch for the back of your front thigh. Very nice. Front leg bends and come back to that plank position. Take some breath in plank. Feel heels reach back behind you. Crown of the head really reaches and lengthens forward. And lift your hips up just so that you can walk the feet forward to the front edge of the mat. Have a seat now on your mat. Bend your knees, reach your arms in front of you, roll yourself down, gently squeezing in on the block. Roll down, maybe onto low spine, but no lower. Roll yourself back up, lift tall, reach arms and block ceiling. And reverse, roll yourself down, take your time, open up the back as you engage the abs. And then roll yourself up, lift tall. You may also want to flex your feet, drive your heels down. Rolling down, squeezing on that block, and rolling up. So we're trying to find movement with the spine, not just about the abs, movement with the spine as you curl down and up. That's why we're taking this one. It may seem like a snail's pace, but it gives you time to massage through your spine. Squeeze it on the block, lift up one more time, roll down. lift up, roll yourself all the way down, bend your knees, feet on the mat, and reach your arms back behind your head. Straight arms, arms ceiling, shoulders heavy. Just a few more times like this, arms stay straight. We're going to want this range of motion for once we go into spine extension, so let's find it here with a weighted block, gravity helping you. Because once we go into spine extension, gravity is going to resist you, making it more challenging. 2 more times, press evenly into the feet. Let's not forget about that. And 1 last time. Very nice. Take the block between the thighs, squeeze in on the block. And now pelvic curl. Curl pelvis and spine up, press into feet, shoulders stay heavy, roll back down. Let's repeat that. Breathe out, gently squeeze in on the block and then roll down. And in fact, not only squeeze in, but squeeze in, imagine, and pull it up towards the abdomen, like an elevator. Do a few more times, gently squeezing in and up on the block. Next time you roll down, stay down. So I'm going to do 1 more. Whenever you roll down, next time stay down. Bring legs to tabletop, shins parallel, and reach legs away from you. Bend in. Head stays down for now. Legs reach away, bend in. I don't care about how low they go to the floor. Pelvis and low spine are not moving, are not becoming heavier or lighter on the mat. Just the legs moving. And continue breathing. 2 more times. 2 and 1. Keep thighs bent. Curl up towards the thighs. Hands come behind the head. Legs go straighter to the ceiling. And now arc the legs forward. Pull up. I want you to back off. So smaller and slower. Do not reach them all the way down to the floor. Instead, think about the toes trying to touch the wall as they reach forward and then touch the ceiling as they reach up. Keep squeezing in on the block. 2 more times. 2. 1 last time. 1. Very nice. Bend the knees. Bring yourself up. Sit nice and tall here. Keep gently squeezing on the block if that's comfortable. You can flex the feet. Reach 1 arm up to the ceiling. Grow and lift taller. Return arm. Opposite arm lifts up. Return. So think root down with your pelvis. Honor the natural curves of your spine. And find that arm lift. We're going to add on this next time where we lift arm, rotate, circle through. Second side, lift, rotate, circle through. So when your arm circles through, your hand can skim the floor. That's just fine. Keep gently squeezing in on the block. And of course, you're still breathing deeply. 1 more time each side. Very nice. Stay center. And now take the block onto the mat. In the middle setting, heels down on the block. Hands underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulders back. Press into the heels of the feet and lift your hips up. Lower hips down. They just tap the mat. Lift up. Tap. Press into heels. Lift. To tap. 3, 2, stay up. Bend 1 knee in, reach, same leg, in, to reach, in, to reach. 3, 2, 1. Lower pelvis down as your transition. Lift hips up, second side, in, 2, 3. Keep breathing, just 3, 2, 1. Feet down, hips down. Very nice. Turn the block on the highest setting and lay onto your side. Top leg is going to, just for a moment, rest onto the block. Bottom leg bent out of the way. Lift, tap front, lift, and back. Doesn't matter if the leg reaches all the way to the floor. More important, keep the legs straight. And you may even want to pick the head up, look at the leg moving back to front around the yoga block, and then you just sense it. Your body knows about where the block is, and you're moving around it. One more time, front and back, and let your leg just for a moment tap. It's there, lift, little tap and lift. Now we're not lifting as high as we can to the ceiling. I want you to imagine your waistline right here, so long, it's not becoming shorter. So the bottom waistline on the mat isn't digging down deeper into the mat as the leg lifts. Again, body mechanics. We'll have a smaller range of motion if we keep the thigh parallel, but oh yes, we're feeling a lot of work right here. We're almost done. Press down into the block just gently. Bottom leg goes straight and we lift and lower, lift, lower. So now bottom leg, inner thigh work. Breathe, soften the shoulders. Few more times like this. And now we're going to add variation this next time. Pull the leg back and front. Squeeze the block, return. So pull the leg back, return. Squeeze. Keep the thigh lifted. Moving with the lower leg back and forth. Seems like it should be so easy. That's not necessarily the case. 2 more times, 2 and 1. Very nice. Bring yourself up before we transition second side. Sit up on your yoga block. See how that feels with the legs wrapped around in your mermaid. Now, if you don't like this, if it feels too wobbly, ditch the block. That's your choice. Open arms across from the shoulders and give yourself a side stretch over. Bring yourself up, stay vertical, gently rotate spine. And we'll repeat this. Bend over towards the leg that's wrapped behind you. Come up, rotate towards the thighs. So this is gentle, maybe supported by the block. You feel a little bit more equal weight in the pelvis. Again, you don't like the yoga block option. You're just seated on the mat. We'll do just one last time. Very nice. Let's go ahead. Same sequence, second side. So block to the short edge of your mat. Top foot on the block, positioning it just so. Bottom leg bent here. Then lift top thigh up, arc front, up, arc back, up to front, up and back. It's not uncommon for one side to feel different than the other. Just keep moving with the rhythm of your breath, legs staying straight. I'm noticing my foot is touching a little bit more when I arc the leg behind me on this side compared to first side. Continue breathing. We're almost there with this arcing motion. Now let the leg just gently rest on it for a moment, lift up. So again, long waistline, pelvis still, and this is incredibly isolated work. If your pelvis truly stays still and finding that very concentrated work, which for most of us means it's a little intense. Keep breathing. Two more times. 2, 1. Nice. Top leg presses down so bottom leg can go straight. Lift bottom thigh up and down. Inner thigh working here. Now I like to flex that bottom foot. Strong ankle so we're not lifting up through the toes or doing anything funny with it. We started standing with strong ankle work. Let's maintain that even for side lying. Continue breathing, continue moving. leg will stay up, but it keeps moving and it reaches back and forward, back and forward. Trying to keep that leg lifted high. You know, gravity likes to gently pull it down, but keep reaching it towards the ceiling. We're almost there with this work. 3, breathing, last one. Very nice, bend the knees. If you used your block on the second side or first side, use it on this side. If not, ignore it and just sit in mermaid of choice. Side bend, stretch, and up. Find your rotation. And take this at your own pace. Any exercise, you can move more slowly, a little bit more quickly. What's most beneficial at this point, and since this is more of a stretch for side body here, you may want to slow it down even more. We'll do one more time through the entire sequence. Very nice. Let's come up off the block. And let's squeeze it between inner thighs. If that's not comfortable again, you don't have to. Spread wide with the fingers here. Tuck through the toes and round through just the lower spine. And go back natural curves. Round pelvis and lower spine. Natural curves. Round pelvis and lower spine. Natural curves option, hover the knees, round pelvis, lower spine, natural curves. So same thing, just knee hover, noticing more work for body when the knees are lifted. One last time. If your knees are lifted, we're just gonna tap the mat, lift them up. Tap the mat, lift them up. Tap to lift. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Keep the knees down, very nice. Take the block in front of you and lay onto your front side on the mat. Now the hands can be on the very edge of the block, or if you have 2 blocks, you can stack them next to each other and place again hands on the block. We're trying to be pretty narrow with the arms in line with the shoulders, so this may be a stretch for you. Legs stay heavy, head down. Feel crown of the head reach towards the block and pelvis reach towards the toes. And now we lift one arm up and lower. Switch sides. So try to, as you lift your arm, to imagine the shoulder blades gently pulling together, just so you don't round your spine to lift the arm. This, again, seems like it should be easy, but it's very challenging. One more time each side. Very nice. Now press down into the blocks. Lift your upper and middle spine up. Keep your abdomen in the same position on the mat so we didn't just sink heavier, and lower down. Abdomen stays in the same position, same weight on the mat as you lift upper and middle spine up and down. So it may be a smaller lift than you want to go into. This is going to be pretty small right now. Keep your legs strong, toenails heavy on the floor. And next time you lift spine, keep spine lifted, keep breathing, and go back into one arm lift, lower. Fingernails come up and lower. So think about fingers lifting up, not just the upper arm, but trying to get arms staying straight, fingertips trying to touch the ceiling. Now, next time you lift one arm, keep it there. Bend the elbow, hand in front of the forehead. Maybe lift up just a little bit more, 1/4 of an inch. Reach the arm back to straight, lower arm. Opposite arm, lift. Bend. Encourage yourself, lift higher. Straighten arm, lower. Lift. Bend. Lift a little higher. Straighten arm, lower. This is isolated, very challenging work as you continue. One more time. each side. Very nice. Stay down, arms stay straight. And now lift long legs. Lower, trying not to dump into the lower spine as you lift the legs. And lower. Arms stay straight. Can your crown of your head reach longer to the blocks? Now lift legs, lift spine, up and down legs. Straight, straight arms. Keep swimming with the legs. Lift one arm up, up, up. Lower arm down. Keep breathing. Opposite arm up, up, up. Lower arm down. One more time, each side arm. Lift, 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 and lower. One last time. Lift, lift, lift. Lower, very nice. Lower spine down. Bring yourself up onto hands and knees. You can reach back into child's pose. Take some breath here. Deep breath into back body. Your next breath, bring yourself up. Hands find the blocks. Take one foot in front of you. Long lunge. Remember, if you don't have two blocks, your fingers can come down on the mat. Feel crown of the head, reach forward, heel, reach back. Pressing into feet. Your next breath, front leg goes to a straighter position. Keep breathing in and out. I'm not quite done with the class. We're taking a stretch, which will help us with teaser. That's up next. Very nice. Bend front thigh, nice and stable. Front leg joins back. You're in your plank. Take a breath here and switch sides. Long lunge. Crown of the head, reach forward. Gently just feel the arms connect into the back of the body more than they're rounding onto the chest. So we want to encourage natural curves of the spine, strong legs, and then front leg goes to a straighter position. Continue breathing. Another deep breath here. Now front leg is going to bend and it joins the back leg, so you're in your plank. You want to feel stable. If that doesn't feel stable for you with your hands on your yoga blocks, then take your hands down to the mat. Especially if you're on foam blocks, you may want to be just hands on the mat. It's okay if we're holding plank. This is good work. Holding plank, heels reach back. Crown of the head reaches forward. I don't care how much the elbows bend. Maintain your plank. Bend the elbows. Push up. Bend the elbows. Push up. One more time. Bend. Push up. Walk the feet forward. Very nice. If you're using two blocks, take one off to the side. Have a seat. Position the block between the legs. Reach your arms forward. Breathe. Roll down. We did this at the beginning of the session. Here we are. Roll back up. Extend one leg. Roll down. Feet down. Roll back up. Extend opposite. Roll down. Maybe we extend both. Roll down, feet down. Extend one. Roll down. Extend second side. Roll down. Extend both. And down. Let's repeat one. And one. Hands can always grab behind the thighs. And both. Ending strongly. One. And one. And both. Very nice. Roll down. Take the block underneath the pelvis. If you have two blocks, you can even stack two blocks. Again, you just want to feel stable. Keep breathing here. Head, arms, shoulders heavy, feet anchored, breathing. You can stay right here or reach legs up. You may need to adjust on the blocks a little bit. Legs up towards the ceiling. Nice and stable and steady. Scissors, split the legs apart to center. I don't care how far the legs split apart. Try to, as much as possible, have them even. So reach one leg towards your head, opposite leg forward away from you. Deep breathing. One more time, each side. Very nice. Go into a bicycle motion. Bigger, let the leg reaching to the floor reach further down to the floor. Big bicycle, just loosen things up, but still feeling stable along pelvis, shoulders. Reverse the direction of your bicycle. Breathing. Pause, take both feet down. Continue breathing in and out. If you have two blocks, lift the hips up and then lower your pelvis down onto one block. So you removed one of your blocks. If you're on one block, just keep it there. Keep breathing in and out. Feel shoulders heavy, head heavy. Another breath here. Lift hips up, remove final block, lower pelvis down. Stay down on the mat. Keep breathing in and out. Notice how you feel after that Pilates session. Maybe a little bit more connection from the block, from the different exercises. I hope that you enjoyed that class. If you did, give it a thumbs up and maybe drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed that class, I think you're really going to like the 5-day Pilates challenge with a workout plan to increase strength and flexibility. 5 Pilates workouts sent straight to your inbox, and you won't find these classes on YouTube. This is a members only program that I know you're going to love. Click on the link in the first comment of this video to get started today. After you do that, if you enjoyed this class, give this video a like or leave a comment down below with your favorite part of the session. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I can't wait for you to join me for the 5-day Pilates challenge.